Hey guys, what's up? You can probably see that I'm not in the usual office space that I use for these videos. I've literally just got home from work now. The wife is up in that room getting ready because we're off out for a meal tonight. So I am cramming this video in while I can. I've been really busy over the last few days filming a video for Surfing in Sewage, a UK charity video. I'll share a bit more about that on the channel in a few days, hopefully sometime next week. I'll be able to share with you what that is. It's kind of merging my two hobbies there, the surfing and the magic. So check that, pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with what's happened there. This video though is the Trestles Fancy Surf Spot Guide. As always, I will get my team selection up in the next few days. I wanted to do this though just because I have 15 minutes free now. I thought I could film this, get this uploaded tomorrow, and while it's uploading, I will pick my team and film the video to go with that. So if you want to see that video, please subscribe to the channel or check back tomorrow. If you subscribe, it'll obviously notify into your feed when it goes live though. So that's the best way. You can either set email notifications if you want, or if you don't want, you can turn them off. But yeah, it's all free, so do subscribe if you're interested in these videos and want to keep up to date with all the fancy surfer. So Trestles is the 8th stop on the Samsung Galaxy 2016 World Championship Tour. Trestles is made up of various different spots in San Diego, California. The event itself is held at Lower Trestles and is often referred to simply as Lowers. Trestles is called as such, according to the Encyclopedia of Surfing, due to a pair of wooden train trestles at the end of each beach. According to Magic Seaweed, trestles can hold surf anywhere from 1 to 12 foot. So it isn't the type of competition where you're going to be looking to stack your team with ballsy brave surfers, nor is it the type of wave where you're looking for amazing barrel riders a la Kelly Slater. So your team from Chopu is quite likely to be massively different to your team at Lowers. Lowers really lends itself nicely to technical surfing, and by technical I don't just mean airs, I mean rail turns as well. So you're really looking at technical and powerful surfers are going to do well generally if it's held in generic trestles conditions. Although it's technically a cobblestone reef, to me it is more comparable to most beach break type waves, although it is known to be quite a powerful wave. The fact that the wave lends itself so nicely to manoeuvres though does help when it comes to the competition window, because the wind isn't so critical. With surfers relying on turns and technical aspects of their surfing, even onshore winds can give us really entertaining conditions, because it just means that guys are a bit more likely to go to the air. Lowers is most famed for its right-hander, which is a long peeling style wave. Although it's not a point break, it's kind of comparable to that in that it's a very long right hand wave. And although the right's the most famous wave, the left hand peak is also perfectly surfable, and you can score some pretty good points on there, as Philippe Slido proved a few years ago, busting a massive air going left. So it's a spot which can be surfed both ways, but really is renowned and known for the right-hander. So if the contest held in typical Lowers conditions, I'm looking for guys who are going to surf strongly, powerfully and technically on a long peeling right-hander. I'm thinking guys like John Florence, Mick Fanning and Geordie Smith. On the other hand, as I touched on before, guys like Philippe Toledo have also put in massive scores there. Guys like that are going to be a massive advantage, not only if the surf's smaller, but because a lot of surfers compare it to a skate park. Guys like Josh Kerr, John Florence, Gabriel Medina also get to show a massive variety of manoeuvres there. So there's so many guys you can pick at this event. It's not like Chopu where you're just looking for really good barrel riders, and it's quite an easy event to pick for in that sense. At Lowers, I think the playing field's much more open, which makes it a lot harder to pick a team that's going to progress all the way through to the final events. I think you only have to look at the Chopu scores in the Fancy Surfer to look how obvious the teams were to pick. I think from memory my score was over 1,000, but I was still way down in the rankings just because so many people got such a high score. That means that as far as tactically, this is a really good event if you want to push yourself up the general classification of the Fancy Surfer results, because more guys are likely to not as well. You can exploit that and get higher up. The final thing I think you want to consider is local knowledge. It's certainly a really, really busy wave. It's in California. Arguably one of the surfing capitals of the world in terms of, I think Trestles is similar in a sense to Snapper Rocks, that it's just so busy that the travelling pros who haven't surfed there much probably struggle to get as many waves as they would at other places when they turn up for competition time. Therefore, guys with local knowledge are an immediate advantage because they know where to sit already, they know how the wave breaks because they've lived there and surfed there a lot. So guys like Philippe Slido, Chloe Andino and Geordie Smith all call those home and like to have that little advantage in terms of local knowledge. But then you've got the other aspect of guys like Kelly Slater who have just competed at this event so much that they've gained that knowledge over the years anyway. As I say, this is just a guide as to what the break's like, because that is one of the most important things to consider when picking your team. In the next few days I will get up my video of what my actual team is, and you guys can have a look at what I've chosen and see if that influences your teams at all. I'll obviously in doing that share why I've put the guys on my team and what the surf's going to be like, and if I think it'll play into their strengths and weaknesses particularly well. So check back soon for that. As I say, feel free to subscribe, you'll be notified of that. So hopefully I'll see you in a couple of days when that video goes live. Cheers guys.